Do it officially. Go, Pepe. Hello, thank you for joining me here on the Inside Star Citizen Review, in which we have been doing this for over 2 years now. One of the first shows of its kind, and now we are being copied and mimicked and all that fun stuff. That's just because we're awesome. But I would like to thank everybody who is here live with me tonight. Say hi to everybody on YouTube's that missed it in the chat if you could. We got a small gathering here. It looks like it's kind of empty right now, but it's okay. We'll be growing in size. That's what she said. Professional's the only one speaking right now. It's a little quiet in here. It's just a little quiet tonight. Please come visit me. What's up, Tasty? Welcome to the fam. This is what you can expect here. Bunch of silliness, having fun. And a lot of people say this to me. They say, you know what, DG, tonight's episode was not fun. And that is why it is so important to be here, because we have fun regardless if Inside Star Citizen is fun or not. So I have been getting spoiled a little bit. People telling me, like, maybe this isn't such a great show. I will judge for myself. Well, what's up, Tasty? Glad to see you're from Australia. Oi, 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 my brother. All right, let's watch this together and let's see. Oh my God, wait a second. 8 minutes and 21 seconds. Oh my God. What's up, Boba? You just came in time for the blow up. I am literally going to blow up. I am literally going to blow up on this. This is shameful.
Shame.
8 minutes and 21 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, shh. All right. All right. Well, nice opening at least. Nice opening at least. So do we, Techno.
You're going to do something that we've not done in Star Citizen before. You're going to be forcibly boarding another ship.
Oh, I don't think I've seen it.
You know, with the ships,
yet.
it's always an advancement, right? So the Anvil Legionnaire is our new ship. It's a boarding ship.
Okay.
It's for a 2-man crew and then 8 people in the back. And basically, it's essentially for a hostile takeover. I think this is a very sort of iconic looking ship.
Wait, what? Wait. I like the halo look of the design, but the appendage coming off the front, I'm not quite sure about that appendage. Hold on a second. This just coming in from Discord. We've got an update on the ship here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Extreme bad. Oh my God, is that even? This is a party. This is a party. Get back, please, Pepe. Get us back out of here. Let's watch a show. Jesus. Whoo. I'm sorry, everyone. This is why we're an adult channel. I'm so sorry.
Ship. We did some really cool stuff in like the experimental phase. We had like sort of crazy arms and things that could basically sort of latch onto ships. But I mean, ultimately, because you've got to
I'm glad I
take into account all the other ships that are in the universe that can be boarded, you kind of have to come up with a really sort of simple universal system, which is kind of why on this Legionnaire it is such a simple mechanic, essentially.
The Legionnaire...
Do you think the developers are shitting in their pants trying to figure out how to make every piece of surface of ship being destructible? Like, think about graphically how hard this is going to be. I don't think I necessarily agree with the design of the front, the appendage that comes out and rams into like the ship itself. And I don't know where they're going to go with this in terms of like the graphical design of this, because it's going to be incredibly difficult to do. You know, every portion of the ship's not going to be able to be breached. I don't know how, graphically speaking, that they're going to portray that on every single asset that they have. That is going to be a monumentally large task. I like the idea, don't get me wrong, you know? Okay, all right, this is not for breaching. This is like not for actually fucking ramming through the actual hull of the ship. Okay, this is just for, thank you for that. Thank you, Starlet. See, I was going full pirate mode. I was going full penetration, right? I mean, can I say that, Pepe? Is that not correct? I can't say full penetrate. That's adult. That's flagged. Okay. All right. Okay. So only docking collars. Okay. All right.
Fills a gap in our lineup.
Keeping it safe. We're keeping it safe.
Both more lawful and less lawful careers where you need to take charge of another person's ship. Traditional flow for ship-to-ship docking is the person who wants to dock to the other ship requests it from the parent ship, and it's on the parent ship's pilot to accept or deny that, whereas the Legionnaire has onboard hacking abilities using the hacking minigame to perhaps forcibly override that acceptance and allowing it to happen instead. For players that are on the lawful side, its prime use is bounty hunting. For those perhaps with more military focus, it is like Anvil's dedicated military boarding ship. And for those on the other side of the spectrum, piracy is its main role. So you are there able to attach and board other ships. And
this is still going to be a Herculean task in terms of, you know, the amount of data that's going to be needed to be, you know, throughput on all the assets, because this isn't going to match up with a lot of the airlocks and doors and hatches that are out there on different types of ships. I love this idea. You know, we theory crafted the hell out of this years ago. We talked about a ship like this. So it's, for me, it's really just desserts to really see this. I'm very happy to see something like this, or the idea of it. But you know, how in the hell they're going to get this to be adaptable to the different types of ships out there is going to be quite a Herculean task. Quite a Herculean task.
Their crew, goods, or ship itself. That's the Anvil.
Yeah, I mean, like
Legionnaire.
the idea of this, you know, because Oz brings up a really good point. He says, my thoughts exactly. How the hell is it going to stay there in high speed maneuvers? So I would imagine that you're going to have to disable the ship first. If you're not going in forcibly, there's going to be the docking procedure, and you can go in and out, you know, and you know, have different crew members go from one ship to the other, and it's going to be on a peaceful affair, you know, great. But if it's not a peaceful situation, you're going to be, you know, taking the ship out of commission in terms of, like, you know, EMPing it, getting it to a point where it's in a neutral state, then going up to the ship and then trying to hack into the ship. Now, those are the different types of gameplay I can see with this ship. What I question is how in the hell they're going to match up this one particular type of airlock coming off of the ship into all the other different brands of ships that are out there, because that's, I think, damn near impossible. You know, yeah, same idea as a Starfarer refueling dock. You're right on my page, Starlet. That's exactly how I kind of picture this procedure happening, aligning it up, docking it with the door. In a peaceful situation, great. In a pirate situation, or, you know, high tense PvP situation, you're obviously going to have to disable the ship. But, you know, are there only 2 collars? I mean, like on every single ship and every single, I'm not quite knowledgeable in terms of, like, on every single ship that are the larger ships that you would consider boarding. Is there always going to be the same sized port to attach to? I'm not quite sure if that's fact or not. Okay. All right. So if that's what's on the deck and that's planned, because I know there's a lot of ships that don't have the same designed openings, you know, there's plenty out there. Yeah. I get the concept of it. I'm saying, do they currently, all ships in the verse right now, have accessibility, and are all of them shaped the same in order to fit this particular protrusion? You know, I don't know if that's fact or not, so I'm not quite sure.
Looking forward to this one because it's a ship that appeals to,
that's what
both
I thought
sides of the law. It brings with it a new sides to an existing gameplay loop or existing gameplay loops. It expands upon them. And
so there's going to have to reworks on their ships, I think, is what we're saying here with their ship, which is a lot of work.
Other ships,
which is going to be a lot of work. Razor, thank you so much for that resubscription, bro. 25 months, bro. That's a lot of fucking months. I appreciate you, Razor. But yeah, so that's a lot of work having to go over the larger ships that you would consider docking and creating, you know, this universal sized collar.
Forcibly,
maybe not that much. I don't know.
It takes
but
away that
seems
safety
like
a lot of players have at the moment. Where I'm safe on my ship. No one's
love the idea though. I mean, I love the idea.
Destroying me. So people are really going to have to start thinking twice when these things hit the persistent universe.
Invictus Launch Week is back.
That was for you. I like that. I like that.
Naval Fleet to the Planet Crusader for this year's event. Now, throughout the festivities, you can test fly military vehicles for free.
Yeah, I like that too.
New releases like the Anvil Legionnaire, rediscover old favorites, and tour an in-service Javelin destroyer. But how did it come to be in the fiction of our persistent universe? Let's
go watch
now
that at the after
members of
party,
the
tour,
to learn more.
I think a lot of people still find Invictus inspiring, and I think people need to know that the Navy's there protecting them. And I think getting to go to these events, getting to tour these large ships, and seeing how strong the UE is very reassuring to a lot of the citizens and civilians in the UE.
When Invictus originated, it was way back in 2542, and this was about a year into the First Tavaran War.
Tavaran War was the first time that the humans actually needed to organize a straight-up military.
So you imagine then you have this war kicking off, they need to recruit a bunch of starmen, you have
Good morning, Dutch.
You know, farmers, these people from the city who need to get to boot camp and had no way of getting there.
Because ships weren't as widespread or as common among the public at that time.
The ship named the Invictus was tasked with going around all the systems and gathering up the recruits.
But there's plans for
as a way to not only kind of like drum up some support for the war effort, but to also bring them into basic training.
And that's kind of how this event started. It would be this kind of big week of all the families saying goodbye to the young recruits.
So is it in concept mode, by the way? I mean, it looks like it's more than concept right now. Is it ready to go, packed and signed, sealed, delivered? The Legionnaire? Is the Anvil Legionnaire like ready to go out the door when you buy it? Yeah, is it concept? That's what I thought. It's concept. How much is it? Just, I'm sorry to talk over this portion of why we made up this particular section of lore to sell more ships, but and what is it? It's only 100. Oh, okay, well that's okay. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right.
It's reporting to war, and it kind of evolved from there.
So over the years, under the Messer regime, some criticized their Invictus events as being a little too political, a little bit too focused on the propaganda. But once the Messer regime fell in 2792, the event returned back to its roots about focusing on the Navy and the support and the really cool ships and equipment that they use in the defense of the Empire.
Invictus in the toy era started to be reshaped into the Invictus we know today, where there was a push to remake the Navy, to make it a noble institution once again. And so I think this more kind of celebratory aspect of recruitment and showing people what the Navy was all about, putting these ships on display, showing that we are united in purpose.
To make as much revenue as we can bring in and suck all that sweet cheddar in to make this. Listen. Like, Invictus was in there because they were having a little bit of a dry spell, if we remember. So they needed an event to bring in more revenue, which I think it's quite clever. I think them bringing in Invictus and bringing it part of the lore, they're like, okay, let's bring in like a money driver. What are we going to do? Let's create like an event in the game. I personally love the event because, you know, it feels like it's real when you log in. Other people are there. They're looking at the models on the floor. You talk about free fly and people coming in and being able to fly these ships. I think personally, as a marketing strategy, it's brilliant. But let's be real here, you know, like, I love this lore and, you know, they're on top of their game, but like, really the lore was built around the fact that they were trying to find a revenue driver. You know, let's be real about this for a second.
My hat says.
But it is
are
cool though. It is fun.
Detractors to Invictus. There was a great showdown post that we had that showed like people think it's spending too much of the public's money. That it's really
working.
Just free advertising for the ship manufacturers, putting forth kind of a false front rather than showing the Navy how it really is.
The modern view of Invictus,
they've done a hell of a job at Orson,
sort of
by the way.
aspirational. It's meant to be that sort of thing of it's a celebration of duty in a way.
It has a lot of kind of really fun family-friendly elements to it, including very cool like stunt flying done by the 999 famous Reckless Squadron.
I mean, it's always cool to see
amazing.
Gigantic, powerful military ships.
We're going to be watching some urban warfare in Orson.
I think the way that
the
UEE is approaching it as this is again a way for people to come together to celebrate those who are putting something on the line.
Scorpius as well.
So in general, it's kind of a staple event of the UEE every year and something that a lot of people around the Empire look forward to.
So what did we learn about this week?
It's a filler show,
the
isn't
Anvil
it?
Legionnaire is the first ship dedicated to breaching and boarding other ships.
Filler show.
Which isn't always the nice thing to do, but sometimes necessary. And that Invictus Launch Week has become a mainstay of the persistent universe over the years, as well as your chance to tour the interior of a Javelin destroyer. If you're into that,
we're going to watch that too at the after party.
For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee.
All right.
That's the new Manchester office. Maybe we'll go inside next week.
How about we should have gone inside this week? Not to be an asshole here. I get it. They're moving, and a lot of people are like, DG, you're too hard on them. But, like, you know what? We'll keep watching. Hold on. Dutch says keep watching. Oh. Pico! I can't stand Picos, man. I'm the only person that hates Picos. I literally hate Picos. They're scary. Like, Picos scare the shit out of me. Listen to me, way too short, and I don't care if people think I'm being too hard. You know, like, this is subscription money, 8 minutes, we get a new ship, we get a little lore thing built around a revenue stream, and at the very end, we get, like, this little cinematic, which, made me hate Pico even more. Listen, this makes me upset, but I'm going to end it on a positive note because, I love the project. I personally think that this is a great event, regardless of the fact that it is just like this giant give us your money. At least they did it in such a manner where they were smart about it and they built an event around it and people could come to it and gravitate to it and have a good time together. It was, it's always a good time. The past couple times I log in, I'll get with friends, we'll look at the ships, we'll have a great time just chilling out, laughing, talking about the different ships, the designs, what the rules are going to be, how we could use them in other rules, how we could exploit the type of ship that we're looking at. It's always a good time hanging out with friends in the verse. And I will say this, I still want to reiterate that I think these shows need to be longer, even though that they're doing this move. I want more meat and potatoes to this because this is subscription money. And let's be real, subscription money, imagine any other platform, Netflix, Disney Plus, you're paying these subscriptions, you're paying these monthly subscriptions. Imagine they just gave you like an episode of Loki that was like 10 minutes long. Like, oh, we're sorry, we're in the middle of a move. We gotta cut down the production time here. Loki is only gonna be 10 minutes long this week. You know what I mean? I'm like, there needs to be a standard. There needs to be a consistent standard with these shows that are being paid with our subscription money, period, regardless of what's going on. The only exception to that rule is when we were going through heavy mode in the pandemic, and I was like, all right. Okay, now it's time for the after party. If you're still watching here on YouTube, definitely push the like button, break the algorithm. If you don't know, we're an adult channel, and we've also been shadow banned. So we've got, we've got like the left and the right hook hitting us up. So like if you could help us just push the like button to get something awake, and just help the momentum of YouTube and, unstick us, that would be wonderful. We appreciate you. And now we're ready for the after party. Here we go. This is why you got to be here live if you're watching on YouTube. We got so much more content on the way. Let's get to it and let's have some fun.